Islam, often perceived through a lens clouded by misconception, holds within its teachings the seeds of true democracy. This might surprise those who view Islam through the actions of some who claim to represent it, rather than through the faith's core principles. To understand Islamic democracy, we must return to its roots, to the time of the Prophet Muhammad and the establishment of the first Muslim community in Medina. This period offers a profound lesson in leadership, governance, and the very essence of a society built on the consent of the governed. Upon the Prophet Muhammad's death in 632 CE, a profound question arose: who would lead the nascent Muslim community? The Prophet, in his wisdom, had not appointed a successor. This was no oversight but rather a deliberate act, a powerful testament to the Islamic principle of placing authority in the hands of the people. By leaving the leadership question open, the Prophet effectively entrusted the future of Islam to the collective wisdom and decision of the believers. This act alone speaks volumes about the democratic spirit embedded within the faith. In the wake of the Prophet's passing, the Muslim community, guided by a sense of pragmatism and a commitment to consensus, convened to choose their leader. This was a pivotal moment, as the future of the nascent Muslim state depended on a wise and just leader who could uphold the values and teachings of the Prophet. Abu Bakr, a close companion of the Prophet and a man known for his wisdom and piety, emerged as the natural choice. His deep understanding of the faith and his close relationship with the Prophet made him a respected figure among the early Muslims. Yet even in this moment, the principles of consultation and consent were paramount. The community's decision was not taken lightly. It was a collective effort reflecting the democratic spirit that the Prophet had instilled in his followers. Abu Bakr, in his first address as leader, made it clear that he did not see himself as a ruler, but rather as a servant to the community. He emphasized that his role was to serve and protect the interests of the people, ensuring justice and fairness for all. This act of humility set the tone for the early Caliphate, emphasizing service, not power. Abu Bakr's leadership was characterized by his dedication to the well-being of the community and his commitment to the principles of Islam, which prioritized the collective good over individual ambition. Section 4, Shura, the Power of Consultation. The selection of Abu Bakr marked the beginning of a tradition that would come to define early Islamic governance, Shura, or consultation. This was not just a formality but a deeply ingrained practice that ensured the voices of the community were heard and respected. This principle, deeply rooted in the Quran and the Prophet's teachings, mandates that leaders seek the counsel of their community when making decisions. It was a way to ensure that the leadership remained connected to the people and their needs. The selection of the subsequent three caliphs, Umar, Uthman, and Ali, all adhered to this principle. Each of these leaders understood the importance of consultation and made it a cornerstone of their governance. Each transition of power involved deliberations, discussions, and ultimately, the consent of the governed. This process was not always smooth, but it was essential for maintaining the legitimacy of the leadership. This system, while not a replica of modern democracy, embodied its core values: participation, representation, and accountability. It was a unique blend of tradition and governance that allowed for a more inclusive and participatory form of leadership. Section 5, Quranic Guidance, Freedom from Compulsion. The Quran, the Holy Book of Islam, provides clear and profound guidance on the issue of governance, emphasizing justice, fairness, and freedom from compulsion. It serves as a timeless source of wisdom for millions around the world. Chapter 2, verse 256 states unequivocally, "There shall be no compulsion in acceptance of the religion." This powerful statement is a cornerstone of Islamic teaching. This verse, while speaking directly about religious freedom, holds profound implications for governance as well. It promotes a society where individuals of different faiths can coexist peacefully and with mutual respect. It underscores the Islamic principle that true faith cannot be coerced, and that individuals must have the agency to choose their own path. This freedom of choice is essential for genuine belief and personal integrity. This principle extends to the political realm, suggesting that true leadership must be based on consent, not coercion. It advocates for a governance system where leaders are chosen by the people, reflecting their will and aspirations. Section 6, A Legacy Betrayed, the Rise of Tyranny. The period of the first four caliphs, the Rashidun Caliphate, stands as a testament to the potential for Islamic governance to be both just and participatory. However, this period tragically was short-lived. Just 3 decades after the Prophet's death, the principle of shura began to erode, replaced by dynastic succession and a centralization of power. This shift, prophesied by the Prophet himself, marked a departure from the democratic ideals that had defined early Islam. The rise of tyranny, a recurring theme in human history, sadly, did not spare the Muslim world.